Hello and welcome to our channel. Learn at 7:30 p.m. with your friend. Quadratic Equations Part 6. Before watching this video, make sure that you have watched Quadratic Equations Part 5. Let us move to the class. Solution of a quadratic equation by factorization method. Let us consider the first question. 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. Here the coefficient of x square is 2. Okay, so in such cases, what do you have to do? Or the coefficient of x square is a number other than 1. What do you have to do? You have to you have to multiply the first number. That means the coefficient of x square with the constant. Here it is 2 and 5. The 2 5s are 10. Now, next step is you have to find two numbers in such a way that the sum is negative 7 and the product is 10. So, on addition, we should get negative 7 and on multiplication, we should get 10. Okay, so which are those numbers? So, it's clear that it is negative 2 and negative 5 because negative 2 plus negative 5 is negative 7. Negative 2 into negative 5 is equal to positive 10. So, these are the numbers. Clear. Now you have to rewrite this. This implies 2x square. Then what about negative 7x? Middle term. Let us split like this. Minus 2x and minus 5x plus 5 is equal to 0. So splitting the middle term. That is a method. Fine. Now let us consider the first and second and the third and fourth together. So 2x square minus 2x. What is common here? That's very clear. 2x is common. So let's take 2x outside. 2x and what's remaining here? 2x square means it is 2 into x into x. So out of this 2x have taken out. It has taken out. Okay, 2x. So what is remaining? Only x. Then minus sign. Then 2x, the entire 2x has taken outside. So what is remaining here? Just 1. So actually taking outside means it's actually division, isn't it? So from 2x, we have taken 2x outside. So 2x by 2x, what is that? Is equal to 1. Simple. Now here it is negative 5x plus 5. So let me take negative 5 outside. Negative 5 into then negative 5 into x. So I've taken negative 5. So what is remaining? Here it is positive x. Now look at here carefully. From positive 5, we took negative 5 outside. Or from positive or plus, we took one negative outside. So there will be another negative because negative into negative is positive. So from a positive number, when you're taking a negative sign outside, there will be a negative sign remaining. Okay, fine. So negative sign is okay. Then negative 5 here. So here it will be 1 because 5 by 5 is equal to 1. Symbolize 0. So please note this step. Okay. So try to understand this step is clear. This implies, now what is common? This is the first term here, and this is the second term. Here x minus 1 is common. Very simple. Take it outside. X minus 1 into. So what's remaining? Here it is. Open another bracket and 2x. So here x minus 1 is taken. So minus 5. This is equal to 0. So we got the factorized form, that is x minus 1 into 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So you know that this implies either x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to minus 1 to the other side plus 1 or 2x is equal to 5, which implies x is equal to 5 by 2. So tell me what are the roots of this particular equation? X is equal to 1 and 5 by 2 are the roots of this equation. Clear? Okay. Consider this question. 6x square plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. Here the first number is 6 and the constant is negative 6. So 6 into negative 6 is equal to negative 36. So we have to find two numbers such a way that the sum is positive 5 and product is negative 36. On addition, we should get 5, and on multiplication we should get negative 36. So let's consider the factors of 36. Okay, here negative 9 into 4 is equal to 36. Similarly, 9 into negative 4 is also equal to negative 36, which is the set that we required here, because the middle term is a positive number, isn't it? Since it is positive, the greater number must be plus. So 9 and negative 4 are the numbers. Now let us split the middle term. So this implies 6x square, 5x can be written as 9x plus negative 4x minus 6 is equal to 0. Look at here, 6x square as it is, plus 5x can be written as 9x plus negative 4x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now let us consider the first and second together, third and fourth together. So what is common here? 6x square plus 9x. So it's clear, 3x is common. So 3x into, that will be 2x remains, plus 9 means 3 into 3. So 3 has taken outside, x is also taken outside. So here it will be 3. Now negative 4x minus 6. So shall we take negative 2 outside? So here it will be 2x plus 3. Please note this step. So out of negative 6 I have taken negative 2. So negative sign is in and outside of the bracket. So here it must be positive. Alright. Now what is common? This is the first term and this is the second term. So what is common here? So this implies 2x plus 3 is common. So let us take it outside. 2x plus 3 into, within brackets, here it is 3x minus 2, which is equal to 0. This implies either 2x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this implies 2x is equal to negative 3 or 3x is equal to minus 2 to the other side, it is positive. Again, this implies x is equal to negative 3 by 2 or x is equal to 2 by 3. So the roots are negative 3 by 2 and 2 by 3. So always remember, a quadratic equation will have two roots. Okay, you know that for a quadratic polynomial there will be two zeros. Similarly, for a quadratic equation there will be two roots. Clear? Now let's consider one more question. 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. So here the coefficient of x square is 3 and the last number is 2. I mean the constant is 2. So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. And what about the middle term? It is negative 2 root 6x. Okay. So we need two numbers such that on multiplication we should get 6 and on addition you should get, or we should get negative 2 root x. Root 6, I'm sorry. So let us consider root 6 into root 6. You know that root 6 into root 6 is 6. Okay. Since we need negative here, we have to consider negative sign. So negative into negative, positive. Root 6 into root 6 is equal to 6. And what about negative root 6 plus negative root 6? It is again negative 2 root 6. So which are the numbers we need? Negative root 6 and negative root 6. So before moving to this particular question, so let us factorize this negative or root 6. So you remember root 6 can be written as root 2 into root 3. Okay. And what about 3? 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. Fine. And what about 2? 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Just remember these points. Fine. Let us come back to the question. Therefore, this implies, now we know that this is the set of numbers. Now, this implies 3x square minus 2 root 6. How can we split? Minus root 6x, again negative root 6x. Constant is plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us group first and second, third and fourth. Now look at here. What is common? 3 and root 6x. 3x square and Negative root 6x. Of course, x is there. And what about the numbers? So let me write one more step. I'm going to write 3 as root 3 into root 3 x square. Alright? And root 6 as minus root 2 into root 3x. Okay? Again minus this as root 2 into root 3x and plus 2 as root 2 into root 2 is equal to 0. This is just for your convenience and writing like this. Otherwise, it is very simple. You can directly do the question. Okay. Now, consider the first and second term. What is common here? Root 3 x square. Here root 2 root 3 x. So it is very clear that root 3 and x is common. So let me take this root 3x outside. So I took root 3x. Now within brackets, this root 3 and 1x has gone. So what is remaining here? It is root 3x minus. From here, I've taken root 3x outside. So what is remaining? Root 2. Okay. Now look at here. Here root 2 into root 3 into x and here it is root 2 into root 2. So what is common? It's very clear, root 2. So I'm going to take minus root 2 outside. So what's remaining here? Root 3x. Okay. So plus root 2 into root 2. I've taken negative sign. So positive, I've taken one negative sign outside. So this will become negative. Out of positive, one negative. So inside the bracket, there must be negative. Again, one root 2 is taken out. So remaining is another root 2. This is equal to 0. So please note this step very carefully. Now look at here. What is common? Root 3x minus root 2. Here also same. So this implies, let me take this one outside. Okay. Root 3x minus root 2 into, within brackets, this has gone. So what's remaining here? Root 3x. Here minus root 2 is equal to 0. So this implies either first term is equal to 0 or the second term is equal to 0. So root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0 or root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. So let's consider root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. So this implies root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0 or root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So you can see that it is the factors are same. Fine. This implies root 3x is equal to root 2 or x is equal to root 2 by root 3. Here also root 3x is equal to root 2 or x is equal to root 2 divided by root 3, or you can write x is equal to root of 2 by 3. Here also x is equal to root of 2 by 3. Hence the roots are root of 2 by 3, root of 2 by 3. So what you can see here? Here you can see that it is or you can see it's repeated roots, or the roots are repeating. So I have already told you for a quadratic equation there will be two roots. Okay, so in this case it is repeated roots. Clear? So we will discuss this repeated roots or the nature of roots in the coming classes. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope it's clear for you. So if you have any doubts or queries, please comment in the comment box. Thanks for watching.